Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. When Klay Thompson left the Warriors and went to the Dallas Mavericks, Warriors fans were sad because they like Thompson and the player has a great history of success. This season Klay Thompson is unhappy with the Mavericks, and at the end of the season the player may want to change teams, and the Warriors are one of the favorites to bring him back to his true home. Rumors: Warriors are interested in bringing back champion and fan favorite Klay Thompson. Although Buddy Hield has performed well from beyond the arc in bunches this season, he hasn't been the most reliable long-range shooting threat for the Golden State Warriors lately. Hield, who connected on 50% of his triples in October and 41.4% in November, has struggled with consistency since the beginning of December, causing many to question his fit with the three-point-heavy Warriors. If Hield fails to develop a rhythm from deep, Golden may consider reuniting Stephen Curry and the Warriors with a four-time NBA champion guard known for his high-level perimeter shooting. While a return to the Warriors would seem very unlikely at this stage, the idea of Klay Thompson getting traded somewhere isn't that far-fetched given the uncertainty facing the Dallas Mavericks right now, Blue Man Hoops Peter O'Keefe wrote Wednesday. Does Thompson want to stick it out with a team that sold him a dream that's failed to come to fruition, part of which has been their own doing? As for the Warriors, Thompson could actually still play a role on this team, who are now surging towards a playoff spot. It's not too difficult to imagine the franchise legend being an upgrade from Buddy Hield, having shot 40.2% from beyond the arc on 7.8 attempts per game with Dallas this season. Thompson recently enjoyed a remarkable 13-year run with the Warriors. Thompson, an aesthetically pleasing jump shooter who has mastered the art of using pin downs and stagger screens, won 4 championships alongside Curry in the Bay. Unfortunately, after a disappointing showing in the number 9 versus number 10 play-in contest against the Sacramento Kings last season, the Warriors swapped Thompson for Hield in the offseason. Although the Mavericks' 2024-25 campaign has been disastrous, Thompson has continued to score efficiently from three-point land. The Washington State product averages 14.1 points per game and shoots 41.6% from the field and 40.2% from downtown. Considering many believe Thompson will be on the move again once free agency begins, the Dubs should attempt to steal the Golden State icon from Dallas and surround Curry with a familiar face. While Hield's contributions haven't gone unnoticed this year, Thompson is undoubtedly the safer wing option for the championship-contending Warriors. Sad Klay Thompson reality becomes blatantly obvious as Warriors surge and Mavs fall. Klay's gonna be checking shots. The Golden State Warriors and Dallas Mavericks are two teams headed in different directions right now. Once battling it out as play-in tournament teams, the Warriors have won 10 of their past 12 and are now inside the top 6, while the injury-plagued Mavericks are now scraping just to hold on to the 10th seed. With Luka Doncic shockingly traded and Kyrie Irving having now suffered a devastating season-ending torn ACL, this Mavericks team is far different to the one Klay Thompson was envisaging when he left the Warriors during the offseason. Klay Thompson's responsibility has elevated with the Mavericks. The current state of Dallas was signified on Wednesday against the Milwaukee Bucks in what was their first game since Irving's injury. With he and Anthony Davis both on the sidelines, Thompson was forced to take on increased defensive responsibility. The 5X All-Star had his second-best scoring game of the season with 28 against the Bucks, but it took 27 shots to get there in what resulted as a 30-point loss for the Mavericks at Fiserv Forum. Thompson finished 11 of 27 shooting from the floor and 6 of 14 from three-point range, while finishing as a -30 in 34 minutes. While Thompson is always going to take the opportunity to be more involved in his team's offense, the fact he's forced to be the head of the snake just goes to show the sad reality he and the Mavericks are facing. His 27 shot attempts against the Bucks were 8 more than he's taken in any game this season, with no other Maverick taking more than 18 on Wednesday. It's hard to be optimistic about Dallas right now, even if your son is part of the team. Klay's father Michael labeled the Mavericks as in purgatory with a doomsday scenario for the embattled franchise. So yeah, Klay is stuck in purgatory right now, and if they hang on to the 10th seed, that will be the story of the year in the NBA. Because I think they're going to lose 10 in a row," Thompson said. As a result of the misfortune in Dallas, much of which was created by themselves with the Doncic trade, Thompson's future has become a talking point just 1 year into his 3-year, $50 million contract. Some Golden State fans have already suggested that the franchise should look at reuniting with Thompson during the offseason, yet any potential trade is likely to be contingent on what the Mavericks decide to do with Irving and Davis. For now, Thompson will be able to get up as many shots as he wants over the next few weeks, though one suspects he's not going to be entirely happy with the situation in which he now finds himself. Warriors rookie lives up to reputation as Braxton Key delivers mammoth performance. The Australian was dishing dimes early in his G League debut. After some visa issues following his acquisition to the Golden State Warriors on a 2-way contract, Australian point guard Taran Armstrong finally made his G League debut with Santa Cruz at Kaiser Permanente Arena on Friday. Armstrong played 23 minutes off the bench in his first game in a Warrior uniform, but Santa Cruz were unable to capitalize on a late lead and suffering a 112-110 defeat to the Wisconsin Herd. Warriors rookie Taran Armstrong had 7 assists in his G League debut. A Blake Hinson 3 gave the Warriors a 110-108 lead in the final minute, before an Henry Ellenson tip-in for the Herd with 5 seconds left tied the scores. From that point, the worst possible result for Santa Cruz should have been overtime, yet Javan Johnson inexplicably turned the ball over and fouled Stephen Thompson, who calmly made 2 free throws to deliver Wisconsin the win. The late-game meltdown means Santa Cruz have lost both home games against the Herd over the last 3 days, having lost 116-98 in a far more one-sided contest on Wednesday. Having come to the Warriors with a reputation as a pass-first point guard, Armstrong certainly showcased that with 5 assists in the first half and 7 for the game. The 23-year-old missed his only 2 shots for the game and subsequently failed to record a point, having finished with 1 rebound and 1 steal while committing 3 turnovers in the 2-point loss. It was fellow recent 2-way signee Braxton Key who once again stuffed the box score for Santa Cruz, having tallied 30 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 steals off the bench in his franchise debut on Wednesday. Key unsurprisingly earned his first start on Friday, finishing with a mammoth 25 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 7 steals and 3 blocks in 36 minutes. Renowned for his defensive ability upon his arrival to the Warriors, Key's 10 combined stocks, steals and blocks, is an extraordinary statement to his ability on that end of the floor. The 6 feet 8 inches forward's offensive efficiency also continues to be excellent over his first 2 games with Santa Cruz. After shooting 10 of 16 on Wednesday, Key went 8 of 12 from the floor on Friday, including 2 of 2 from 3-point range. Having shot less than 21% prior to his arrival in Santa Cruz, Key is now 4 of 7 from beyond the arc across his first 2 games. Speaking of shooting, Hinson hit 6 threes on his way to a team-high 34 points, but it ultimately wasn't enough in what was a 5th straight loss for the Warriors. Quinton Post revelation takes twist as calls for Warriors big to receive shock honor. Match snapshot, Seattle vs. LAFC. Barely 2 months ago, NBA fans outside the Golden State Warriors wouldn't have ever heard of Quinton Post. A late second-round pick who was on a 2-way contract, the Dutchman found himself developing in the G League with Santa Cruz. Fast forward to now, and Post is proving one of the most impactful rookies in the league, having been a complete revelation for the Warriors, who have won 10 of their past 12 games and reached the top 6 in the Western Conference standings. Match snapshot, Seattle vs. LAFC. Next. Stay. Barely 2 months ago, NBA fans outside the Golden State Warriors wouldn't have ever heard of Quinton Post. A late second-round pick who was on a 2-way contract, the Dutchman found himself developing in the G League with Santa Cruz. Fast forward to now, and Post is proving one of the most impactful rookies in the league, having been a complete revelation for the Warriors, who have won 10 of their past 12 games and reached the top 6 in the Western Conference standings. There are calls for Warriors rookie Quinton Post to receive a shock honor. Post had one of his more underwhelming performances in a big matchup against the New York Knicks on Tuesday, but the 24-year-old bounced back on Thursday against the Brooklyn Nets as he proved critical in the fourth quarter of Golden State's comeback 121-119 victory. With the Warriors having entered the final period down by 3 at Barclays Center, Post played over 10 of the final 12 minutes to help his team close out an impressive 4-1 road trip. Post had 4 points, 3 rebounds, an assist and a block in the fourth, while also being a +10 in the quarter and +13 for the game, only behind Jimmy Butler's +17. While the 7-foot big man has been a huge development for Golden State since entering the rotation in late January, his stature took a new twist on Thursday as Brett Siegel of Clutch Points called for Post to receive All-Rookie honors at season's end. Post has still only appeared in 25 career games, meaning his case for All-Rookie honors would be a shock one. However, unlike the major NBA awards like MVP, rookies don't need to have played the 65-game requirement to be eligible. That means Post could still make a push for All-Rookie honors over the final 19 games of the season, and may actually benefit from what's long been regarded as a fairly weak class in comparison to most years. Post is top 15 in both points and rebounds per game, but it's his three-point shooting that ultimately stands out from the crowd. Not only is he the best big man shooter in the class, and already one of the best in the league, he ranks second behind Thunder guard A.J. Mitchell in three-point percentage among all rookies, minimum 20 games played. The box score numbers also don't paint a picture of just how much he's impacted Golden State's turnaround, which might actually be Post's biggest argument for an all-rookie spot after being out of the rotation for over 40 games. There's still plenty of work to be done to reach the honor, yet the fact it's even a consideration is a testament to Post and the Warriors, who also had Brandon Podziemski selected in the all-rookie first team last year.